Finance guru Dan Geltrude is with us. U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao said the government is considering raising the United States tax on gasoline, which hasn't been changed since 1993, as one option to pay for the newly released infrastructure proposal. There's also been discussion about raising toll prices and adding more tolls to our roads. Aren't these horrible ideas, Guru?
The answer to that is yes. They're not great ideas, but we have to come up with something here because our infrastructure is literally falling apart. So this is something that has to be done, and now we have to figure out how to pay for it. So the two options on the table, which you're correct in citing, is raising tolls or expanding tolls, or raising gasoline prices. So let's take a look at each of these, King. Right now, tolls are getting pretty steep all around. For example, where I'm located, just outside of New York City, it costs $15 to go through the Lincoln Tunnel to get into New York City. Now, what are we going to do? Make that toll $30? I mean, it gets crazy. Then on top of that, you want to talk about expanding tolls. Now, don't we have enough traffic, particularly in the Northeast and especially in New Jersey, that we're going to want to start adding tolls on roads that don't have them already? I mean, the entire state will come to a pretty much a standstill. I mean, tolls are clearly not the answer. Of the two, if we had to make a choice, I would say we would have to go with the gasoline tax, because right now gas prices are pretty low, relatively speaking, and we haven't raised the federal gas tax since 1993, which was Bill Clinton's first year as president. So to raise the tax there, which it should have been going up at least slightly through the years, is probably where we should go. And there's justification there to say infrastructure benefits everyone, so therefore everyone who's driving a vehicle should be participating in making a contribution towards this infrastructure bill that we're going to have to come up with something. And look, here's the issue. The issue is that we have no choice but to raise taxes because politicians are afraid of making cuts anywhere else, or at least have some kind of combination where we're going to slightly raise the gasoline tax, but we're going to have to make cuts in these other areas to make this reasonable and to compromise. But there is no compromise in Washington, and I doubt we'll get any tax through. But if I had to guess, the most likely thing to happen and the most reasonable of the bad choices would to be have an increase in the federal tax on gasoline.